Hi guys, I am in a different setting today. I'm sure you noticed. Um, it's funny because I moved a lot of stuff around here to get to this angle for some reason. So perhaps you see something that it can be significant for you here today. Hmm. Okay, so I have this channeled message for today, but I am also use some oracle cards for this message. Um, First of all, this message is quite interesting, to be honest, because it's about the feminine energy being in construction. So I received this message that probably Um, so I'll just say here something about your foundation. So I'll s- I'll tell you what I saw. What was it exactly words? And then maybe there's a sign for you here. Maybe these resonates or be a confirmation that this message is for you. So the letters F, B, M can be significant. Foundation building materials. Contractor supply, insulation, sheetrock, sheetrock, lumber, home improvement, kitchen, bath, cabinets, doors, molding, paint, plumbing. Also, the numbers 3, 5, 7 can be significant. It doesn't have to be 357, 357. It can be you may be seeing threes a lot, fives a lot, sevens a lot. It doesn't have to be together. So the message that I got was that there's this feminine side, this feminine energy that is under construction. And I think you've built a really good foundation. It was interesting because when I was meditating, it came to me a building that I saw the other day that it was just like it was a tall building and only like two or three parts of the windows, right? The windows that we usually see from the outside building, they were set, and all the rest was just like the structure, right? The skeleton of the building, but there was no windows yet, only the bottom part. So I saw that probably you are working in this foundation, but you need to understand that it is a foundation. It's not the whole thing yet. Um, so it is under construction. It is in a work in progress. I feel like perhaps you have this feeling that you already worked a lot in your energy, especially feminine energy. And you feel like perhaps it's done. You've done everything that you had to do until now, but until today, you actually only worked on the foundation of the energy. And and you need to understand that there's still some work to do the work is not totally done. And I think right now it's also like acceptance at some point, because I feel that some of you are like, no, no, I'm done with this. Like I've done everything that I had to. You know, it's a really, we got the card fear. Well, of course, I won't be able to show you guys because I can take a photo and show you guys later, but we got fear here. So probably like there's this fear of what's to come, of facing more, because you're probably already faced a lot of things, so you know how it feels, right? How to face those things. But remember, because you faced them is the reason why you're here in this moment right now. And the fact that you have new fears. I'm not gonna even say that it's not a new fear. Probably it already existed. It just wasn't on the surface because there were other type of fears on the surface. But then you conquered the other fears, right? And now there's some more to conquer. So you need to think like that. You've already conquered like a lot of stuff in the past. So, you know, you just need to keep going. I know you maybe feel tired, and I feel some resistance, to be quite honest, like saying, no, I don't want to do it. I know I don't want to keep doing this. Like, what I done, it's enough. Okay. Um, we got observe. So I feel like this is a really good time for you to observe what are your fears. What do you fear? Ask yourself, what are you scared of? What do you fear? And observe. You can perhaps meditate, can help. Um, Maybe palm reading. If you've been thinking about getting a palm reading, it can be something interesting for you. I would recommend, of course, go with someone you feel called to. But it can bring you some insights. And yes, and you need to look at every direction. Perhaps you just focus in one thing right now, but actually what you need is start looking in different directions, uh, different points of view. Um, Also, oh, okay. And follow, we got intuition. And follow your intuition and not your fear. But the only way for you to connect also with your intuition is that you need to look inward and work on yourself and meditate and take care of yourself. Um, I also feel that you're you need to understand that your guides, your angels, they are by your side. Okay, they're not away. Maybe you've been feeling a bit disconnected. Maybe you've been feeling that you're not really protected. Maybe you've been feeling that some energy attacks, and maybe you've been feeling that you've been attacked energetically. We got a surrender and joy. Joy is the one that fell on the floor. So I feel like you're forgetting what what is to actually trust right now. And you need to use your intuition, and you need to trust that everything is working in your favor, and to have joy in the process. I feel like you forgot about the joy. Perhaps you've been too serious in this process or in this healing journey. It's different of being serious and being dedicated. You can still be fun, happy, and enjoy things, and still be dedicated to the things that you want. So I feel like joy here in your life, I'm not gonna say inexistent, but I feel there are a lot of things that you can see joy, but you're refusing it. You are refusing to see it, and you just need to, go. Like the joy is the one that fell on the floor, so go pick it up and look at it and say, okay, this I'm gonna work on this. So there's this feeling that it's you're perhaps being so focused what it's okay, but you're forgetting that there's more to it. It's not just about the work itself. It's about to also enjoying the present, to also enjoy the present where you are right now. And remember, you are protected. I was driving when I was receiving this message, and for a really long time when I was driving, um, there was an ambulance behind me, and I got this feeling that you are being watched by your guides, by your angels. So if anything happens that is not meant to, they are right behind you to help you, to be there for you. But again, you need to trust them. You need to trust that they're there. And it's funny because then there's also like this fire extinguisher here. What, to be honest, for me is not really aesthetic, but I kind of felt that it had to be in the video for some reason. And well, if you're watching, well, yes, if you're watching on YouTube, you can see the whole thing. But if you're in a different platform, so probably you can't. But if you would like to check it out on my YouTube, on my channel, you can definitely check it out. Anyway, so that is like there's always something around you that the fires if the fire starts, there's something to 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 put down the fire. So you know your guides are always there. So of course is and you need to remember that it's not about doing everything right. Every choice that you make is gonna have a consequence, and then it's up to you to understand if that is aligned with the person you are or if it's not, and then work on it and learn from it. But yes, I have this heavy feeling that you are protected, that you know they are there. So like if something happens, or like it's I feel like if there's any chance of like a sparkle, you know, of fire, they are there to like already put the fire down. And also we got the card Seek. of like seeking for things, you know. So now it is the time for you to seek for joy, to seek for what really aligns to you, what makes sense to you. Perhaps you're too focused in just one thing. And again, I'm getting some resistance here about something. What is we got expand? So probably you're going through an awakening or something is changing in your life, and you're just scared of it. Um, and you're scared of things of this expansion. What this expansion means for you. I want you to remember that the universe, God, whatever you like to call it, they will never give you something that is not meant for you. That is something that you cannot handle. So you need to remember that, okay? If it is, if it's given to you right now, this opportunity to expand yourself, take it, because you already grown so much. So much. I can feel it. And I understand where this fear comes from. And I understand also the fear of expansion. Perhaps your third eye and crown are opening up, and now you know things, you see things, depends on like on what your gifts are. But perhaps I've heard that perhaps you started to hear things that you're not sure about it. You're not sure if it's true, but you have this feeling that it's true. And it's usually how it works. Yes, it's like we hear something, we see something, we have this feeling that is true, you know. And it's usually really gentle. It's totally different from anxiety, for example. Usually the information downloads, uploads, whatever you like to call it, um, they are your guides, just talking to you. So for for every people is different. Some they have a really strong connection with spirits, and some hear a lot, some see, some have dreams. It can be different for everyone. Sometimes people have more than one, but usually there's one that is the strongest. Anyway, but you can also work with all of them somehow. But it's like a practicing, you need to practice ground yourself, connect with yourself, with your intuition, because this is what keeps a better connection, with your guides. But yeah, so looks like you are scared of expand, and I felt called to look at the bottom card, and it is the celebrate card. And this card is really beautiful because it is there are four women. They feel like it looks like they're dancing. There's this full moon, could be the new moon too, right? Um, and there's like this fire pit, and they're just dancing and celebrating. So remember, so I'm getting really interesting situations here. So like sometimes it's okay to things burn too. Okay, it doesn't mean that there's fire that is bad. The fire extinguisher is there. If you need them, if you need your guides, if you need your angels, they're there. But if the fire, keeps burning, perhaps it's meant to burn. And you just need to understand that also that's also okay. And again, everything is working on your in your favor. um the card of surrender show up again, and boundary. So perhaps here you've been really guarded about this expansion. I also feel about I also feel like you may have you you're trying to protect yourself of something. Let me see. What you're trying to protect yourself of. Again, expand, guys. You're scared of this expansion because you never got to this point in your life. You never got to this point, to the point that you actually are abundant, that you actually can see abundance around you. And you know there are things coming for you, but you're scared of that because you're like, oh, yes, I know it's coming, but well, what will I do when it is here? You know? So perhaps there's this resistance of expanding because it is something that you never had. So you don't know how it's going to be, how you have to act, how you have to think. And that's life, you know? So there's this fear about these things coming to you. And this fear of seeing these things and in your life, having those things in your life, and you're not really being able to hold on to it. But it's not about holding on to it, it's about enjoying it because everything is temporary. Okay, so that's the thing that you need to think about it, that everything is temporary. And I understand that you don't want to be temporary. But as long as you keep your energy, your frequency with, you're doing the work, you're working on yourself and actually looking at everything that you've done to now and celebrating and being in the present moment and enjoying yourself, enjoying where you are right now. Because this moment right now, it, you'll never have it again, ever. The right now, me and you here, this is unique. Okay, even if you watch this another time, it's going to be different. It's not gonna be the same. You're gonna feel different. You may hear me saying things differently. It's gonna be different. So enjoy this, the right now, while you can. This is what I'm hearing. Enjoy right now while you can, because it's gonna be different. It's gonna be different. And doesn't mean that different is bad. It just means it's different. You've asked for things in your life, you've manifested things, and things are coming to you. But you need to be open for things to come to you. Hmm. Is there any other message for this collective? Is there any other message for this collective? Surrender. we got the harvest. The harvest is coming for you. Okay, where you're gonna see a basket full of fruits. Here in this basket, there's some wheat. I think I have no idea what these fruits are, guys. So I would say papaya, um, grapes, fig. Is it fig? How you say? Anyway, um, I know. I have space here, right? So if you're watching this on my channel, probably I'll try to put the cards, you know, the photo of the cards over here so you can see it. And then, anyway, and if you are on my other platforms, if you like to check out the cards, I may do this on my channel. Anyway, so the harvest is coming for you, but you need to remember that you already have a basket full of fruits, you know. And even when the winter comes, your basket is still full, if that makes sense. It's like even though that um you've planted and you already got a bunch of fruits throughout this last months. I've heard 9 months for some reason. So perhaps the last 9 months has been really have been really focused on your healing process, and you already have a basket full of fruits, and perhaps you're like, oh no, I'm not gonna eat this fruit right now because I want to be sure there's enough for the entire winter. What I get it, right? You don't also have to eat all of it just because you have it, right? But also you don't need to restrain yourself of eating of what you planted and what you know picked from those trees that you planted. You just need to find a balance. It is actually interesting because before I started this message, I bought bananas yesterday, and I felt really really inclined to eat banana for this message. So perhaps, and my mouth is watering now. Perhaps you need to eat more fruits. Yes, I think some of you guys you need to eat more fruits. So go buy fruits, please, today. Thank you. So yes, so you just need to understand that not it's not because you have a basket full of fruits that you need to eat all of it all at once just because it's full. And understand that fruits they go bad, but that's the life cycle of the fruit, and it's okay. It's just their life cycle, right? It's the same way that they fall from the tree. Is because they're ready to fall from the tree. They're not meant to be there forever. They're not meant to be in the basket forever. So as much as you keep to hold on to it and you try to make it last for the entire winter, there are things that they're not meant to last for the entire winter. And you need to trust that your basket, it's gonna, it's going always to be full. Even if some fruits go bad, you just replace them. Just put new fruits on it. And that's the cycle of life, right? When we eat some, we enjoy some when we feel called to. Um, And if you are really connected to your body, even cravings can mean something. Right? When we're craving in a specific type of food, if you're really connected, you can check it out. Sometimes, when we are craving a specific type of food, it can be connected to a type of energy that we are moving through or that we need to move through. So I would recommend you to check it out about fruits. I'm not really quite sure about banana. I would say solar plexus because it's yellow, but I don't know. I feel there's more to banana. It's not just about solar plexus because I know it's coming to me like because banana we don't eat the peel, right? We peel it off and it's soft on the inside. It's really fragile. And even though sometimes there's some dark spots on the peel, it doesn't mean it's totally bad, right? Um, and a lot of times we can use in different ways. Sometimes you just want to eat banana, but sometimes if you don't feel like eating, you feel that it has passed the point to just eat, you can bake. You can make a banana bread, banana muffins, banana pancake. You know, so again, look at things in a different point of view. I think this is a really interesting message because sometimes you are wasting some opportunities, you are wasting some food just because you think it's bad, but perhaps it's not. You can use them in a different way. Quite interesting. Um, I'm gonna ask her what you should work on right now. It is really windy outside today. What should you work on right now? Hmm. See, I think there's resistance that perhaps you don't even want to know what you should work on right now. Well, you'll get something. What should the collective work on right now? Joy. Yes, I think you need to understand what joy is for you and actually enjoy your life. Enjoy the right now. Enjoy the present moment. Even perhaps it's not how you like to be, but the only way that it will be is that right now you're being in the present moment. If that makes sense. Again, keep manifesting. I think manifestation is a huge thing. I love manifesting. It's the best thing ever. I think it's so much fun. And yes, enjoy your life right now. Enjoy where you are right now because that's important. You cannot be in a different setting if you don't enjoy the setting that you have right now, that you are right now, because it's how we outgrow things. Um, Perhaps there's some uncomfortable feelings like I don't want to be um at that place at the moment. I don't want to hang out with those people anymore. I don't want to be in this relationship. You may be questioning a lot, um but perhaps you're just asking the wrong question. Perhaps you should be asking, why am I still here? Why am I still hanging out with those people? Why am I still in this relationship? And meditate on it and see what comes to you. I feel like the thing is also that you want answers and you're not getting them, but they will come when you're ready, you know, to hear the answers. They're not coming when you're, you know, frustrated or sad, that, complaining about things and blah blah blah. It's not coming like that. It comes when you are in the present moment, enjoying your life and being your true self. And then things, they will just happen. We are really connected with time because, you know, we always think that we are out of time, but everything works in a perfect time. If there was no clocks, no watches, no, if there was not a way for you to understand which day it is, how old you are, what time is now. That's it. You need to live your life like you have time for the right things. Oh, I read this on a book. Yes. Faith is believing that the time is faith. I think I don't remember now, but it's like that. Faith is believing that time is happening in a divine way, or everything is happening in the right time. I think is that faith is happening that everything is happening. Faith is believing that everything is happening in the perfect time. I don't know, guys. I can check it out later, which is the correct phrase, but it's something like that, you know? So, yes, stop looking at your calendar. Stop thinking, oh, it has been whatever years that you are with this person, or you're living this place, or you're friends with. Just, think about right now. Why are you still on those settings? Are those aligned to you with the life that you want to have? And then you start working on it. You know, things, they don't change, right away. They, especially like manifestations, we as a collective, we need to understand that things, they come to us when we're ready to receive them. They're not gonna give us something that we're not ready to receive. Your guides, your angels, they will not give you something that you're not ready. Okay. Okay. I want to get one last card for you. One last card for this collective, please. One last card. One more card. Take one more card. And we got two. We got harvest again. And we got noise. So yeah, perhaps there's a lot of noise around you right now. And that makes you not believe in the harvest, makes you don't understand that you already have a basket full of fruits. But you need to remove the noise, meditate, take a day off to just do nothing, you know? Right? Actually, I am here in a different setting today because I'm doing that. I am actually taking some time just to be with myself, enjoying sometime in a different setting too, with like far from the noise or of far from the daily noise. You need to just figure out a way that you can do that. Okay, guys, this is the message for today. Um, this is timeless, so whenever it finds you, it's meant for you. I feel there are some people watching this that they are going through something right now, or it's about to. Okay, so perhaps this message, if it's not making sense for you right now, I think it's gonna make sense. It came to me in 3 weeks. In 3 weeks, you can come back to this video, or you will remember this video because you're going. I think some people, perhaps you're gonna be gifted a basket of fruits actually. What's Please tell me if you've been gifted a basket of fruits. Yes. And then this is how you know that this reading is also for you. If you if you've been gifted a basket of fruits. That's a quite interesting gift, to be quite honest. I would love to be gifted a basket of fruits, you know. Um, but yeah, so keep that in mind too. This is timeless. But I feel there's some people that they are already going through this energy right now when you're watching it, and some people they're going to start feeling this energy in the next 3 weeks or in about 3 weeks after you watch this video. Well, guys, this is it for today. I hope it resonated. I hope it helped. If there's anything you like to say in the comments, feel free to tell me what resonates or not. Please tell me if you are being gifted a basket of fruits. I would love to know, and I'd like to see it too. So please send me a photo. It would be really funny if it was similar to the one in the car, right? But anyway, anyway, this is the message for you guys. See you in the next one. Bye bye.